Hey guys, today I'm going to share my final thoughts on Stadia. If you don't have time to wait for the verdict, jump to this time in the video. But if you do want to hear a bit about the experience, then just bear with me a little longer. Welcome to Two Split. Hey guys, so in my last video, which you can see here, I talked about Stadia and how it promises what it is. In a nutshell, it basically is a streaming platform that promises to get rid of your console. Google's doing all the heavy lifting way on their servers, and you're just streaming the output to wherever you are. And what that does, the thought of it is just fantastic. You're able to game anywhere, any screen, with a controller or a phone, yada yada, blah blah. Again, great concept. But there are a few things you need to consider to determine if this is right for you, especially right now with the level of technology we have in the world. And let's start with price, right? PlayStation, Xbox, all the greats are north of $300 to $500, depending on which bundle or peripheral you buy. Stadia, when it launched, started with something called the Founders Edition. It started at $150. It came with a weird bluish controller like this one. Very comfortable. I'm sure they put a lot of research into it. Doesn't connect directly to anything. It connects to your Wi-Fi and then to either your Chromecast. What's in the box for Founders Edition? You get this pad, you get a Chromecast Ultra, you get a USB-C charger, you get a power brick. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? And you get access to 2 free games upon launch, and then you'd have to buy your games as you go, kind of like the Netflix for games, right? However, I think that bundle is now transited to something called the Pro or the Premier Edition, and it's like $130, and you get a white controller. I didn't know it was cheaper to make white controllers versus gray controllers, but hey, who am I? And what that bundle promises you, you're able to stream games at 4K, surround sound, 5.27, whatever. But the base streaming, you can only do HD, and so there's a free bundle. There's supposed to be a Stadia base that comes out sometime this year. I'm not sure exactly, maybe by the time this video is out. It probably would be out by then, but that just lets you buy games as you go. You know, like you're just renting games. You're buying them or you're renting them as long as your service subscription is valid. You own the games, but whenever you stop paying, you sort of don't. Kind of like what PlayStation does to us with the site that as long as you're paying for PlayStation Plus, the games you download for free are yours to keep. Yeah, chicken and egg situation, but the truth is they're never really yours, never really yours. Back to Stadia Pro. So that's that for price. You've got $150 compared to $130 actually. It might be even cheaper version coming compared to the standard console, which would be $300 to $400. Yay! So Stadia wins in that regard. And there's no box sitting in your house. There's no hardware to deal with. But let's talk about games. Why you're even here in the first place? Games. There are just not a lot of games right now. There's a promise of a load of games. A lot of developers have signed up, according to Google, but there's just not a ton of games compared to the average catalog for Xbox and PlayStation. These guys have been around for a while, and it's totally understandable. The catalog will grow as they go, but right now, not a lot of games. Moving on. Data usage. Now, because Stadia is purely internet dependent, and I don't mean like average internet, I mean like super internet. You just can't play it without the internet. So your console works with or without the internet as long as you have a CD or you've pre-downloaded something. Yeah. But Stadia is internet dependent. There is no playing it, no internet, you can't play it, period. And I don't mean like average internet. I'm not gonna name names. If you live in Nigeria, you know who I'm talking about, which is pretty much everybody. Internet sucks. So I've played this in multiple countries, and surprise, surprise, the experience isn't fantastic everywhere, most places. In fact, I think I struggled in most places. Some places had great, it worked. It just worked in some areas with gigabit internet. In some others, I struggled to load a game, and when I did, it stuttered. And it does like this teleport stutter, not like the game freezes as exactly where you are, but the game kind of pauses, and then when it starts again, you're in a different location. So the game is still running on Google's server. It's just not running on your screen because of your latency. Again, in that last video, I talked about latency. Go deal with that later. And those are the 3 factors. And those last 2 are a big deal. Internet and game catalog. if I don't have enough games and I'm constantly relying on the internet, which isn't everywhere, surprise, surprise. It is everywhere, but it isn't great everywhere. The internet you have now it may have great bandwidth, but latency sucks pretty much. And that's where it draws the line for me when it comes to a verdict for Google Stadia. I think it's a great idea, right? I think it's fantastic. It's just, I don't think we're quite there yet when it comes to the internet. And that's what's going to hinder the progress of this product. I've tried it, and the Buddy Pass I gave away, I think the person I gave it to still struggled to activate it or even play a single game to date. Yeah, I know. So it feels like a dud gift, you know? Yeah, like, why'd you give me this stuff? I need gigabit. Here's data usage. When I play Apex Legends, or Street Fighter for that matter, the average hour, I take anywhere between 200 meg to 300 plus meg. That's me just gouging data. Google Stadia, average on low settings takes about 4.5 gig an hour. On standard high definition, almost 15 gig an hour. Again, if you're struggling with data usage, this is going to wipe you out. It's going to get very expensive very quickly. So yeah, those are my 2 cents. So for me, Stadia is going to be hard to recommend. Sorry guys, I love Google, but this one didn't work out for me. I think maybe it will get better in the future, but right now it's just not there. xCloud surprisingly works pretty well. Same concept, but I guess because Xbox infrastructure may be a bit different, I don't know. New video for that. We'll talk about that when I do that. I'll probably show them side by side, but I have tried xCloud on my phone and a certain place, and the streaming works a whole lot better. It's not that internet hungry compared to Stadia. I don't know why. I'll look up. I'll do the research and I'll get back to you guys. So tell me what you think about Google Stadia. If you've used it, if you've not. Again, it's hard for me to recommend. You can count to me in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. That's my brief rant. Please don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.